Inside Dubai, the $500 million yacht that owns the Skyline. Imagine walking along Dubai Marina at night. The towers are glowing, the water is calm, and then you see it. A white, 531-foot giant that makes every other yacht look like a side hustle. Now, here's the real twist. Even if you somehow came up with $500 million, there's still one thing about this yacht that you could never buy. We'll come back to that at the end. For now, welcome to Dubai, not the city, the yacht. A 162-meter floating palace owned by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai. This thing isn't just a boat, it's a national flex. Dubai is a super yacht so big, so loaded and so expensive that it basically doubles as a private cruise ship with a royal flag on the back. This is luxury living detective, and in this video we're stepping on board Dubai. What it is, how it's built, what it costs to run, and what life actually feels like when your weekend getaway is bigger than most apartment buildings. A floating palace named after a city. There are a lot of big yachts in the world, but very few are named after entire cities. Dubai measures about 162 meters, or roughly 531 feet, with a beam of around 22 meters and a draft near 5 meters. That's more than 1.5 American football fields of polished steel, glass, and teak. When it was completed in 2006, Dubai briefly held the title of the largest private yacht in the world. Even today, it usually sits inside the global top 10 for length, and it regularly shows up in rankings of the world's biggest private yachts. You'll often see it anchored near the Palm, Port Rashid, or just off the coast, where it becomes part of the Skyline instead of just another boat. The yacht was originally started for a different royal client back in the 1990s, then the project stalled, changed hands, and was finally finished in Dubai by Platinum Yachts. That long, complicated build created a kind of legend around this vessel. It's not a quick impulse purchase, it's the result of years of engineering, design, and royal-level patience. From the outside, Dubai is an all-white giant, with stacked decks, huge windows, and broad terraces that seem to cascade toward the water. It doesn't scream futuristic, but it has a timeless, confident profile that still looks modern almost 20 years later. It feels less like a toy and more like a statement. We're here, we're rich, and yes, we brought the house with us. Specs that turn a yacht into a ship. On paper, Dubai looks less like a private yacht and more like a small ship. It spreads over 7 to 8 decks, depending on how you count them. Inside, there's room for around 40 to 48 guests, in a mix of lavish staterooms, VIP suites, and an owner's deck that basically functions like a private penthouse at sea. To keep all of that running, Dubai carries about 88 crew members, from captains and engineers to stewards, chefs, spa staff, security, and even a doctor. That means more than 100 people can be on board when everything is in motion. The hull is steel, the superstructure is steel and aluminum, and the decks are covered in teak. The gross tonnage sits in the low to mid 12,000 range, numbers you normally associate with small cruise ships, not private toys. Under the hood, Dubai is powered by 4 MTU 20-cylinder diesel engines, each delivering over 6,000 kilowatts of power. Together, you're looking at the equivalent of roughly 34,000 horsepower. That's the kind of power figure you'd expect from a commercial vessel, not someone's weekend place. With that much muscle, Dubai can hit a top speed of about 25 to 26 knots, which is around 29 to 30 miles per hour on the water. For something this huge, that's impressive. Cruising speed usually sits near 20 to 22 knots, and at those speeds, The yacht can cover up to 8,500 nautical miles without refueling. To make that possible, Dubai carries around 1.2 million liters of diesel fuel and hundreds of thousands of liters of fresh water. In simple terms, the yacht can cross oceans without blinking. If filling your car hurts, imagine staring at a 1 million-liter fuel bill. That's not a fill-up, that's a lifestyle choice. Life on board, resort mode activated. Specs are cool, but let's talk about what it actually feels like to live on this thing. Start at the stern, where Dubai's most famous outdoor feature sits, a huge mosaic-tiled swimming pool. It's wide, it's deep, and it's surrounded by wide teak decks designed for parties, receptions, and those casual, let's invite 50 people for sunset drinks moments. The pool flows into lounges, bar areas, and open terraces that wrap around the ship. Move inside, and you hit the dramatic central atrium, a soaring, multi-deck space anchored by a sweeping spiral staircase. It's the kind of space where you could film a movie scene. Polished metal, glass, light pouring in from above. Walking up or down that staircase isn't just moving between decks. It's a daily reminder that you're not on a normal boat. Guest areas are exactly what you'd expect from a royal yacht. The guest suites come with panoramic windows, private balconies, and high ceilings. Materials are top-tier: rare woods, marble, custom carpets, artworks, everything tuned for that palace-at-sea feeling. The owner's deck is even more private, with its own outdoor areas and separation from the rest of the yacht. For entertainment, Dubai is loaded. There's a cinema for late-night movie sessions, a space that can act like a nightclub with sound and lighting, a spa and gym for wellness, a jacuzzi, multiple lounges, and formal and informal dining rooms. There's even room for things like a squash court, because apparently, floating five-star hotel with a pool and a helipad wasn't quite enough. Up top, Dubai has a helipad designed to handle serious helicopters, not just small toys. Arriving on this yacht isn't about pulling up in a tender and climbing a ladder. It's about landing from the sky, stepping out onto the deck, and walking straight into an air-conditioned royal interior. Lower down, there are tender garages for fast boats, water toys, and potentially even a small submarine. When the yacht is at anchor off the coast, the whole setup turns into a private water park and beach club, with the Dubai Skyline as your backdrop. From my point of view, Dubai doesn't just feel like a yacht. It feels like a private resort that happens to float. Part hotel, part palace, part event venue, all wrapped into one steel and teak package. Overview: key features and specifications. If you had to summarize Dubai in a way that speaks to luxury and performance at the same time, it would look something like this. This is a 162-meter, 531-foot royal yacht with a 22-meter beam and a gross tonnage above 12,000 GT, spread over 7 or 8 decks. It can host dozens of guests in full-on luxury and carries around 88 crew to serve them. It's powered by 4 high-output MTU diesel engines, giving it a top speed near 26 knots, a cruising speed over 20 knots, and an ocean crossing range of around 8,500 nautical miles, thanks to enormous fuel and water reserves. On the lifestyle side, you have the mosaic pool, helipad, cinema, spa, gym, nightclub-style spaces, multiple lounges, formal dining, casual areas, and toy garages. The design mixes classic superyacht lines with massive internal volumes and a dramatic central atrium, which keeps the yacht from feeling dated even as newer designs hit the water. In other words, Dubai is a blend of raw scale, serious engineering, and old-school royal luxury. It was never meant to be subtle, and it absolutely isn't. What it really costs to own Dubai. let's get into the money, because this is where things move from wow to okay, that's insane. Most estimates put the build cost of Dubai in the $400 to $500 million range. Some sources lean closer to the lower end. Some round up toward the iconic half-billion number. Either way, we are talking about a one-off project that easily sits in the same financial universe as the world's most expensive superyachts. But the build cost is just chapter 1. The more brutal part of the story is the running costs. In the superyacht world, there's a general rule of thumb. Expect to spend around 10% of the yacht's value per year just to keep it running. That covers crew salaries, fuel, maintenance, dockage, insurance, refits, and the constant upgrades that come with a vessel this complex. If Dubai is worth somewhere between $400 and $500 million, that means you're looking at roughly $50 million every single year in operating costs. That includes paying a crew of nearly 90 people at luxury industry levels, keeping 4 giant engines and countless systems in perfect working order, maintaining a 162-meter hull, and refreshing interiors so they never look tired. Fuel alone is a monster. Those million-plus liters of diesel don't exactly come with a punch card, and every time the yacht goes into a yard for refit work, new paint, updated tech, refreshed spa, reconfigured guest spaces, you're talking about sums of money that would buy most people's dream homes outright. This is why Dubai lives firmly in royal and billionaire-only territory. You don't just need the cash to buy it. You need the income, the infrastructure, and the long-term financial power to keep it perfect. Dubai versus other billionaire toys. Dubai doesn't exist in a vacuum. It sits in the same club as monsters like Azam, Eclipse, Dilbar, and other 150-plus meter giants. Some of those are longer, some are newer. Some push the design envelope with more glass, beach clubs, and hybrid propulsion. So what makes Dubai special today? First, its role. This isn't a charter yacht. It is effectively the royal yacht of Dubai's ruler, built and configured for that purpose. That gives it a unique political and symbolic weight that most private yachts don't have. Second, its character. Dubai feels like a snapshot of peak 2000 superyacht energy. Go huge, go bold, stack the decks high, and make sure there's nothing modest about it. Newer yachts might be sleeker or more experimental, but Dubai still has that floating palace presence that hits you the moment you see it. Third, its visibility. Because it spends so much time in and around Dubai itself, the yacht has become part of the city's luxury image. It's like seeing a Rolls-Royce pull up to a luxury hotel, except the Rolls is 531 feet long and parked in the water. The one thing money still can't buy. So let's circle back to the hook from the beginning. The thing you can't buy, even if you had $500 million ready to go. You can't buy access to this yacht. Unlike many other large super yachts, Dubai is not available for charter. You can't call a yacht broker and book a week on board. You can't put it on your vision board as one day I'll rent it. It is a private royal yacht reserved for the ruler of Dubai, his family, and approved guests. You could buy another massive yacht. You could charter other incredible vessels in Dubai and all over the world. You could have your own helipad, your own pool, your own crew of 80. But this specific yacht, with this history, this status, and this name, is not for sale or rent in any normal sense. That's the real difference at this level of luxury. At some point, it stops being about price and starts being about power, position, and the kind of access that money alone can't unlock. Your turn. Step on board in the comments. Now, I want to hand it over to you. If you somehow got invited on board the Dubai yacht for 1 week, What would you do first? Would you hit the mosaic pool with the skyline behind you? Take a helicopter ride and look down at your own ship from the sky? Explore every deck and count how many times you get lost? Or just sit on the aft deck in silence and try to process the fact that your temporary hotel room costs more than most skyscrapers? Tell me in the comments, what's the first thing you'd do on Dubai, and who would you bring with you? Your answers help shape which super yachts, jets, mansions, and luxury toys we explore next on the channel. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the world's most extreme yachts, make sure you tap the like button so YouTube knows to push more luxury breakdowns your way. If you're new here and you love super yachts, private jets, mega mansions, and real billionaire lifestyles, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next upload. If you want to support the channel on a deeper level, you can join the channel through the YouTube Join button and become part of our inner circle of luxury-obsessed viewers. And if this video made you dream bigger, or maybe laugh when you heard the annual fuel and maintenance costs, you can also use Super Thanks to directly support the channel and help us keep bringing you the most insane stories from the world of ultra-luxury. Thanks for watching Luxury Living Detective. I'll see you in the next video, where we unlock another door into a lifestyle that most people will only ever see from the outside.